Hi, I'm Shelley Wood, and this is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a pair of wide leg pants to fit 6-inch fashion dolls like the Topper Dawn dolls, Palitoy's Pippa dolls, Remco's I Dream of Jeannie dolls, and similar sized dolls. However, before we can begin to make them, please go to my website, shelleywood.com, to download and print this free PDF sewing pattern. Use the pattern to cut out 2 pant legs. Lay one pant leg on top of another, keeping right sides together if you're using a fabric where it matters. Sew along one crotch following the J shape. Carefully clip this crotch seam. Now I'm using 5-inch Fiskars Stitcher scissors, which are perfect for detailed clipping. You can see me doing that here. Now if you look in the description below this video on YouTube, I have a link to those. Press your crotch seam open. Now at the top of your pants, fold once and then fold a second time to create a casing. Your pattern is designed to guide you. There are lines on there. Whip stitch along the folded edge of the casing, right along the bottom of it. Now if you need help with the whip stitch, again I have a tutorial for that in the description below this video on YouTube. Next, measure your doll's waist for elastic. Cut enough elastic to slightly overlap like you see here. I'm using elastic by the yard, which I like a lot, especially for these teeny tiny little dolls, miniature projects like this one. Attach a tiny safety pin to one end of the elastic. Send the safety pin through the casing and use straight pins on either side of the waist to hold the elastic in place. And again, there's a link to elastic by the yard in the description below. Now here you see me inserting my elastic by the yard. And when you get to that middle part, sometimes you have to twist the safety pin a little, but you need to make sure when you pin the elastic in place that you go all the way through the elastic. Okay, when it comes out the other side, you pin it in place again, and then you can take out your safety pin. It's always good to test it, make sure it's really sturdy, and make sure that that straight pin went all the way through. There we go. You're going to fold it in half, bring the unsewn crotches together, and stitch this crotch in another J shape. Now you're safe to remove the straight pins. So that's what I'm doing here. You just take your straight pins out now that the elastic is solid. Clip this crotch seam just like you did the other crotch seam. Okay, and again I'm using Fiskars Stitchers, those minis. Separate the pant legs like you see me doing here and create a double fold hem by folding once and then a second time at the end of just one pant leg. Use your pattern to guide the folds that you do for your hem. So here's my pattern. I fold once, then I kind of check to make sure I'm about right. Then I do a second fold, and again you want to check to make sure that you've got it folded about the right amount. Whip stitch to hem just the one pant leg. Bring the crotches together. So I've hemmed my pant leg and I fold the pants like this and I bring the crotches together in the middle, right there. Okay, and then you're going to stitch the inseam from the hem at the bottom of one leg across the crotch and then stop at the knee of the other leg. Okay, the unhemmed pant leg. You want to stop at that knee. double fold hem the unhemmed pant leg by folding it once and then a second time, and once again you're going to use that whip stitch to hem. Now as you work, it's a good idea to compare the two sides of the pant leg, okay, making sure that your hems match up, that the two sides will match in length. That's real important. Now you're ready to finish sewing the inseam the rest of the way. Then you can invert the pants. Now I like to use a chopstick to help me invert little tiny garments. And you can see me doing that here. Sometimes I'll invert it and then insert that blunt end of the chopstick and give it a little twist. Okay, looks like I'm using the pointy end sometimes, but mostly the blunt end for pants. And voila! You're ready to try them on a doll. For more free printable PDF sewing patterns, for making doll clothes to fit dolls of many shapes and all different sizes, please remember to visit my website, shelleywood.com. Please stay tuned for a minute. If you use a to-do list for your projects around the house, but sometimes you feel like your life is a little out of balance, well, have I got some ideas for you, including the idea generator for your to-do list. Just visit my Etsy store. There is a link in the description below.